I grew up like a savage.
Like after you start making them songs and you making songs with the delinquents and you doing that shit, you keeping because you never have not had a buzz in Oakland. Keak Da Sneak has never not. It's never been a time where, and even when you, because you were still young, because you started so young,
Right.
but you know that means nothing. For some rappers, that means you just be a young ass elder statesman. There's been hella niggas. You be like that nigga that young, but he been out for hella long. You know what I'm saying? So, but you never had a cold time. Like niggas was always excited to hear the new thing with Keak. Now, in this process during Sneakercido, where did the Keak where did the Keak style switch? When did you hit that switch? Because you know everybody got that switch. In '94, Scarface hit that switch. In '98, Yuck Mouth hit that switch. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say Copium.
Copium. Copium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cause Sneakercido, you was still,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? A little sneak. You know what I mean?
High tech, I was too.
High tech.
Copium. Yeah.
So, what was the biggest song in between Leaving Three Times Crazy and Tell Me When to Go?
Super high.
Super hyphy. That I knew that was something because I looked at the video immediately and said, this nigga got a budget. You know what I'm saying? It was different. I'm like, these niggas is acting and shit in the video. There's some other shit going on.
I really didn't have a budget.
Did you know? I gotta ask you this? Did you know that you was uh, the hometown hero? I mean, like not Oakland, East Oakland.
Right.
Have you ever really tripped off of that?
Yeah. I used to always say, man, I'm the people champ.
For sure.
I'm our champ, man.
For sure. I feel like it's you as far as solo artists and it's delinquents as far as a group.
Wow.
Like I'm talking about East Oakland, right? I'm talking about Delinquents' first 3 albums and all of Keak Da Sneak shit. That's East Oakland. Like the Three Times Crazy would have been that, but y'all disbanded early. Right. Because I still say when we talk about I know it's gonna be y'all number one, right? 3 times. That's gonna be y'all number one group. 3 times. Yeah, yeah. Cause you're gonna go 3 times. What? What would you go? 3 times Loonies.
3 times.
Or
well, I'm biased though because I'm from the '80s and then rap and rhyme, so I'm gonna go 3 times Bad Influence.
Okay. Yeah. Only reason Bad Influence don't make a lot of my list because just unfortunately, and being in it, not just the death, but also not being able to get a lot done because of contracts and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to hear so much more from
Ryan. Man.
They stopped it short.
And Sido, we had some cold shit, man. We had some cold shit, man, in Oakland, man. Black Dynasty, man. You know what I'm saying? And Black Dynasty wasn't really even before you. They was older than you, but they was your peers in rap.
They were.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Rain. We was fucking with Rain. We was there when Rain swung a donut in their video on his park.
Yeah. And you could, because you went to Fremont and they was from right there. You know what I'm saying? So you had to be around them. And so Ring It was on what? Hall of Game?
Yeah.
Did you see your notoriety going up more after that? Because E40 is a major artist.
I got a gold plaque.
You got a gold plaque.
Yeah.
Like, what did you do with that gold plaque when you got it?
It's on the wall.
It's on. I'm saying, when you first got it, did you take it to your mama house?
Yeah.
That's what a nigga do.
Yeah, it was still in bubble wrap.
You got to take it to your mama house because you got to show them I did something. Yeah. And you definitely don't want no punk ass broad and nothing. That's the first thing they gonna break. Take this shit, nigga. What you do? You know what I'm saying? And break your plaque. You know what I'm saying? So after that, after you did Sneakercido, what was the biggest song on Sneakercido? Was it Hit 'Em Where It Hurt?
Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther. That was the biggest song.
Cool. All right, cool.
Shout out to Eddie Projects, man. I seen his kids. His kids definitely wasn't probably born or just born when that song came out. But that's what they've been fucking with on their TikTok.
Wow.
It fucked me up. Like, they know the shit word for word.
Wow.
I'm like, they not old enough to know what the fuck. They listen to this?
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? They in, like, senior in high school and freshman in college. So, I don't know. Was that shit? That was shit that was, like, when they was born, that came out, huh?
Damn, 99.
They weren't even born yet.
They came out.
I know that
They
for
came
sure.
out in
They
1999.
weren't even born yet when that came out.
That's
They came out in
matter of fact,
1999.
when that came out, they mom and daddy wasn't even together.
together, huh?
Wow.
Straight up.
That's crazy, blood. And they fucking with it. I see him on I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. But it still slap. Who made that beat?
Lev Burlock.
Well,
Lev made that?
I ain't never know that.
You ain't know that, huh? Shout out to Lev, man. I ain't know Lev made that beat. Damn, that
Shout
fucked
out
me
to
up.
Lev.
You got the best out of everybody, huh?
Yeah, Lev made that. And then Copium, motherfucking what's the nigga name? EA Ski and CMT did 5 beats. Rick Rock did 5. And then my producers, my young producers did like 2 or 3 beats.
Now wait, Rick Rock did what song?
He did T-shirt, jeans, and Nikes.
He did. Hey, I had that shit. I don't know. What did you go to jail? Cause
He
that
got bootleg.
I had that shit damn near 2 years before I heard it, bro.
Yeah, he got bootleg.
So y'all was working on something.
Yeah, he was working on it. And somebody got me for that CD because I made that CD. The CD that was circling around.
You
I
made that.
personally made it.
I had the
I knew
motherfucker.
how it sounded. I
Yeah.
knew how songs was coming in and shit. I made it.
Because it didn't sound like it sounded once we got it to the radio. It was all polished up and all that shit.
I had 40. I got 40 on T-shirt, jeans, and Nikes. Because remember, at first I had 3 verses on T-shirt, jeans, and Nikes. I put 40 on it to make it.
Sure
new.
did. Now, speaking of 40, I want to go back again because when he dissed Rasheed Wallace and he said, "My homies for 3 times crazy laced me, told me I stay for Sheezy." Did you know what was the upside of him saying that on that song? Did you know what that was finna do? Because y'all did that, I think the next motherfucker might have been, and I've seen Jamie Foxx doing it. So Jamie Foxx was for Sheezy, my knees eat out. And then, you know, when it got to Snoop, it just went, that's the biggest rapper in the world. You know what I'm saying? But when he first heard y'all say that, because 40 got that same element with himself. He get youngsters around him.
Right.
He sucked that energy up. And then he just, you know what I'm saying? He delivered it to the people. Do you remember specifically when he heard y'all saying that? Because y'all probably was catting off like, for Sheezy, nigga.
Oh, 40?
Yeah, 40.
Yeah, he did.
So do you remember him like kind of looking at y'all in the studio like, these niggas is crazy?
Because we was saying it with every word.
Right. That's how we was doing it.
Man, what's up with Blazy on the sheet?
Yeah.
I'm talking about come busy, man. Come busy, nigga.
In the love.
And for reason.
Yeah.
So we was eased out.
Right. And 40.
We was in the love too.
Yeah.
Easy and in the love.
So when you heard him, when you first heard that, what was you thinking? Because I'm sure you a sports fan.
I was like, damn, he ran with the word because it was no warning. But you know what I mean? Shit happens. I ain't
But because it was kind of like he was giving y'all props.
And it was.
And then, but he's so big. Once he said it's his thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the nigga's such a huge icon. Once he say that for Sheezy, they gonna be like.
But that just let us know that, that shit we got niggas sketchy. Motherfuckers, they want to be a, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We can, trendsetters, man.
For sure.
We set them, you know what I mean?
For sure. Now,
One more.
oh, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So, Same thing with when Wayne was like, yada, I mean, like Keak Da Sneak. How did that convey to you, or how did that go about?
I was honored, first of all, that he said it. But then that just let me know he been hearing that motherfucking song non-stop. Yeah. Wherever he been at, the clubs and the whoop and the radio or whatever, he been hearing that song. And it was on his brain, and he used it as a metaphor.
Because for Wayne,
That's how I felt it. I'm like, damn, he been hearing that motherfucker.
and we ain't even talking about Wayne right now.
Uh,
We talking about Wayne at his height. And the nigga says, I yada that mean like Keak Da Sneak. You know what I'm saying? Like that is like,
No, now everybody who listens,
who the fuck is Keak Da Sneak? Because, and it's a difference, like, no disrespect to no other Oakland rappers, but I'm gonna keep it funky. Like, you could get shot and TMZ ain't gonna cover it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keak Da Sneak is like a figure. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's somebody in the game. So people be like, oh, that's Keak Da Sneak. Like, they could have only heard Tell Me When to Go, but they be like, that's Keak Da Sneak. You know what I'm saying? And then you go back, you know, now they got Genius, all that shit. You type a nigga name in, type his lyrics up, hella shit pop up. You know what I'm saying? So, now, white t-shirt, blue jeans, and Nikes. Now, we always knew that. Because to me, that's what I mean by you the hometown hero. You always took the simplest shit that we already do, put it out, and then motherfuckers be like, white t-shirt, blue jeans. Like, it's like they'll take it, and then they try to make it boozy. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all overdoing it now. Now you niggas got on gowns. You niggas doing hella shit. Like, yeah, like, nigga. And no disrespect to nobody else, but I did not see y'all on them white tees like that before. Like, go look up white t-shirt, blue jeans, and Nikes. Look at when that came out. Okay, nigga, that song was recorded probably 2 years before you heard it. And niggas out, and Keak had to get it from somewhere. So that was just already it. Niggas was running around with Levi's, some Cortez on, and a motherfucking t-shirt and grind for 30 days straight. That's been a thing out here.
For sure. And then just toss the t-shirt off and put a new one on.
That's it. Get one out the store, or
Every 2 days.
the Asian sock lady used to pull around, and the sock lady used to pull up with the dude with the van.
With socks, white beaters.
I said they was the toughest motherfuckers in America though. Them motherfuckers used to ride around East Oakland, him and his wife.
Knowing motherfuckers need underwear.
Knowing motherfuckers ready to rob them. They didn't give a shit.
They didn't care.
They had the bars on the windows.
Strapped.
Yeah, they was strapped. They had to be. Because I never heard of nobody. I might have snuck off with a pair, but I ain't never took nothing from them.
I ain't gonna take nothing.
Yeah, I ain't took nothing from them. Because they seemed scary as fuck. Like, they didn't give a shit. But
man,
you put that uniform on the map for everybody. I think a lot of motherfuckers start putting it in their lyrics.
That was the big uniform.
Mm-hmm.
When you look around, that's what you see.
And that's why you was able to do That's My Word, because it's like that, your word, yada that mean, and everything else that go with that. It's like you created that. I heard you say it before, like Mac Dre created the Thiz movement, but hyphy came from Keak Da Sneak.
That was me.
Yeah.
Every bit of
Yeah.
it.
And I understand that to the fullest, like, because Mac Dre never said he was hyphy. He said, I get hyphy. And he said little things like that, but he was more smooth. He wasn't even all like, now you'll see him do his little shit, like, you know, like, oh, he on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga rolling right now. You know what I'm saying? But he geeked up, and you see the nigga doing the shit on the ground and all that shit. But I feel like the culture, like what you saying, is they blended those two.
Yeah.
Because that was never our thing. Mr. Fab said that when he was here too, like, we wasn't doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was a avenue or a channel for all the other places, like the Napas, the Modestos, the Santa Cruz, past San Jose, the places that don't necessarily got turfs. That was a way for them to involve themselves, embed themselves in the culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that song, what did it do for you as far as like your pockets. Because I know that Keak Da Sneak is a person that come from the old school. So you've sold projects.
Right.
That's just what we did, right? We sold projects. And so without knowing ownership, you just ever since it seemed like AIDS left the group and got a bag, that was the method.
Right.
That's what we doing. We gonna get a bag from whoever got the bag. We gonna sell the album, right?
Yeah.
Not thinking about later on. So after you do that, right? Was it the shows that actually put the money in your pocket? Because I can remember hearing Keak Da Sneak. You probably was the first nigga getting 10,000.
For sure, 12-5.
12.5.
For sure.
Yeah. You was the
I'm
first
here
nigga. Nobody wasn't doing it.
Doing 2 of them.
A day, a night.
A night, yeah, a weekend.
Now, is Dame Fame your manager at this time?
Dame Fame was just my partner, my brother.
So he was never a manager.
He never was my manager.
Did you ever even have management?
Yeah, I never had management.
This whole time?
That whole time.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
And going back to white t-shirt, blue jeans, and Nikes, I want to say this. The things you say in the music, like, get some light from Lil O. We've got the tank. You know what I'm saying?
Lil O, man.
Lil O, shout out to Lil O from High Street, and are saying riding and smoking, but the A-frame broken. You know what I mean? Right. That's nigga shit, mobbies.
Right.
Like you didn't say I'm in a Bentley, like you know what I mean? And that's what niggas love about Keak. Right. You know what I'm saying? Sure. The nigga very relatable. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Be yourself, man.
But what was that like though, Keak, when the 12.5 started coming in and you doing 2 of them and you getting the bag?
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Now this is before.
And it was happening fast, so it was, a lot was going on. I was moving quick.
Now in between that time, before or after, when did the labels come? When did Sylvia Rhone come?
Oh, they was already coming.
They was coming at that time.
Yeah.
So by the time Sylvia Rhone came to you, Tell Me When to Go came out. Now, Now I know this, and you can quote her because this is what we do. This is no disrespect to 40 or nothing. This didn't come from your mouth, but Sylvia Rhone sat down with you and said, "Fuck E40."
Yeah,
that was her pitch.
That was her pitch.
She wanted the people to know you Keak Da Sneak.
I know who doing this shit. I know fuck E40.
Yeah.
And them was her exact words. I wouldn't put, nothing on.
Now she had to be a brave motherfucker, or had did her homework to know that she could sit down in front of you and say, "Fuck E40." She had to know that wasn't the nigga in your crew. Like, oh, he from Vallejo, he from no, that's your partner, but you ain't gonna beat the broad up for saying fuck. You like, damn, what's wrong with her? Yeah, you're like, did they have some problems? Like, what's wrong with this bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but she like, man.
So just to let you A&Rs and music people know, sometimes you want to be a part of the culture, you got to live extreme. She walked in the jungle and said, fuck E40. She ain't know what she was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she ain't give a fuck.
She was in my living room by herself.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
She wasn't even worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you knew how she was saying it. You took it as, oh, she trying to say that I could be that nigga though. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And after Tell Me When to Go, I remember Sway coming. We was arranging shit for My Block, doing My Block debate. People was trying to put that spotlight on us, but they didn't really know the inside and the politics, because we never really had a system in place for our artists to live out their biggest potential. You almost had to be a CEO. It's like what they doing now. Sign a bunch of motherfuckers under you to make you the best artist you could be.
Right.
And that's kind of like what was going on. If Too Short could have took the Dangerous crew to the heights they were supposed to go, you know what I'm saying? They would have been death row.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Or anybody like that. So like, when you wanted to sign with Sylvia Rhone, you said, let's do it. How much did she offer you?
800,000.
800,000. So you sitting in your living room and you getting offered 800. And you like, okay, this is it. Now it's finna go down.
Yeah.
What prevented it from happening?
Previous deals I was in, motherfuckers said let her happy and start calling her and telling her they had me under a contract.
How did they even get the word? Was it buzz on the street that Keak about to sign?
I don't know.
Because at the end they were saying everybody about to sign. Yeah.
But yeah, they started spreading false rumors.
Mhm.
And they had me under a contract,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't want to go through all the motions and then have to, go through the litigations and all that type of shit.
Right. Right.
So I respected it.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Kept on moving.
Now you didn't sign,
Nah,
but you getting this money now.
for sure.
You did tell me when to go.
Yeah.
Now, is Mac Dre? He's gone.
Yeah.
But prior to Mac Dre dying, you was real cool with Mac Dre.
That was my guy.
And you actually had ties like he did in Sacramento. You had the Farm Boys.
Mm-hmm.
How did you have the Farm Boys, and where did that come from?
That's all my father's side of the family.
You just put them on.
And my cousin.
Let's go.
And my
Let's make this music.
Yeah.
That's love. That's love.
For sure.
And how did y'all come up with that name?
We really got a farm out there with cows and horses.
Really got a farm.
Yeah, roosters and shit, dogs.
And then